Alright, what is going on in today's video? It's been a while. I've been kind of taking a little personal break, but today I got a new car. Well, not new, I guess, but you know what I mean. I got a daily, and the 240 is going to take some time. I'm doing some new stuff to the 240. If you guys seen the turbo kind of setup that I had in the last video, I'm actually just going to do an overhaul.
Did you say you're going to turbo the Bronco?
So there's a cut here because Reed thought he heard me say I'm going to turbo the Bronco, which is not going to happen. But the 240 is getting a new turbo kit. So more news on that later. If you're new to the channel, definitely like and subscribe and all that shit, because it's going to be sweet. It's going to be a pretty basic kit. I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm just going to do an unboxing video when I'm able to afford it. But that being said, content is going to be kind of light over the winter. Still dealing with a lot, but I got something to do today, so doing a video. Besides, you're gonna have to see this Bronco because it's not that it's bad, but it's bad, you know? It runs and drives, but there's a lot of stuff going on. All right, so let's start with the engine bay. Check this out. It was definitely a wheeler, and it's all right. I think it needs a tune-up. The only thing I don't like about it is the distributors in the back under the intake right there. So that tells me in order for me to even do a tune-up and change all that out, I'm going to have to take the intake off, which I'm not stoked about at all. So I don't know if I'm going to do that right now because it runs and drives. It's a little sluggish. It's not too bad. I think maybe if I change just spark plugs, it'll be fine. I'm not too sure. So maybe I'll do kind of a diagnostics here in a minute, pull spark plugs and fire it and see if the spark plugs are getting enough spark, if they're blue or orange or whatever, to kind of tell me if they need to be replaced. But other than that, like I said, it was wheeling. It went off-roading a lot. It's mostly tow miles and off-road. So here's the actual Bronco itself. This is actually its good side. It's not bad. Here's the bad part though. The window's busted out. I taped it up. I got the window replacement right there. I'm not gonna have the time to to really go get that properly installed. So you may notice some JB weld right there. You already know what's about to happen. This is the other side of the car. It looks pretty beat up. There's a good dent right there. But that's about it. It's just a little, just get me to and from work. Now my favorite part is inside the car. It's kind of clean inside. That's not my bag. I gotta throw that away. I had some garbage in here, but it's kind of clean inside. That's not too bad. The seat needs to be, reupholstered probably. No biggie. One speaker that's mono. I need to fix that because it's a small speaker, but it's gonna blow out quicker being bridged like that. All my stuff, like I said, it's pretty clean inside. Dash is pretty clean. It's got, it's dirty from being off-road. My favorite part though is this. That's the headlights. Now, you may notice there's two black wires. Not that it's a big deal, but that's really confusing. And wiring, that's really hard to tell which is power, which is ground. Now, also you may notice there's no relay or fuse. That thing gets hot. It works. It probably will work, but I'm afraid it might blow out at some point. So today, I think in today's video, we're going to at least get that rear window installed. I'm going to go to my work and pick up some parts, or I guess some connectable fuses, find the power, connect a fuse to it, like a 20 amp fuse, and install this somewhere under the dash so I can have running lights and lights that don't get hot, and then probably redo the wiring because that looks janky. Might even get a new switch. So yeah, all in all, not too bad of a car. Like I said, it runs and drives. That's the important thing. Its alignment's a bit off. It was a wheeler, so it was taken off road quite a bit. I think one of the wheel bearings is going bad. I gotta jack the car up, wiggle the wheels around, see which one it is, and see if it is the wheel bearing. That's about it. Oh, and the car can start without a key. I'm picking up a ignition lock cylinder today, so that might be something I'll be doing today too. I really want to do the tune-up today, but I think the tune-up's going to take me longer because I got to take that intake off. and I might just hold off on that. I might change the spark plug, see if that helps with the sluggish, but maybe it's just a Bronco. Maybe it's just how the Broncos are. It's like this car just doesn't like being started. Like anything under 1,500 RPMs, it is not having a good time. What you doing here, AJ?
I gotta hold my window because
Yeah?
forgot. Hey, go open the, the latch so I can let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube's got to see this, bud.
I didn't think this through.
Then we got the boy Jay Peterson. Yeah.
What's happening?
This might have been a bad idea, but I don't really have time to fix this right now, like properly, or not time, but I don't have the money. So yeah, we doing it the backyard way.
All right. Well, that's how we're doing that. We're just gonna lay some cones on it. Let the window sit. And hopefully this works out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get the other mixture, because I got more JB Weld, some more, and just kind of like right in between here and just really seal it off. This idea is gonna work or it's not. I don't know. Yo, good news. Well, maybe. I don't know. I found spray adhesive. I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
This ain't working.
Yeah?
Alright, this is my channel now.
Like I gotta go like just a little bit, shake it. This is what I should use in the BMW when I did my carpet instead of drilling holes through my fucking floorboard, almost going through my drive shaft and transmission.
This fucking guy.
Whew, arm's getting tired. All right, for the rest of this, I'm just gonna put down my camera. I don't have to hold it. But yeah, you guys get the idea. We're just, we're doing dumb stuff and we're gonna make it work. I'm just gonna pretty much just glue this window shut. Pretty much, yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. All right, well, I got that stuff on. I hope that works. I'm gonna let the window sit, or he's gonna give me a ride at my work so I can pick up some stuff. So today I'm probably not gonna do a full tune-up just because I get a discount at work, but this thing needs an oil change and this thing needs coolant. And then I got to get some other stuff too, like for the window here, and a few other things. So probably gonna wait till next payday, which is in 2 weeks, to finish up the rest. But yeah, for now, gonna let that sit, go get everything else I need, and then come back and finish this up. All right, just got back from work, went to pick up some oil, coolant, filter, some other stuff. I'm gonna finish this window, and then I'm gonna get started on everything else, which is all pretty basic. So just doing an oil change, filling up coolant and whatnot. That's it. I'll probably show the wiring stuff, but here it is. I'm gonna put it along the inside here, and then probably go do everything else, and then at the end put it along the outside, close it, and pretty much just be done for the day. This is already like, even with like my discount and everything, was like 50 bucks. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till next payday to get the tune-up stuff.
So it makes sense why the last guy had these like really taped up, is because he left too much exposed wire and had to keep them away from each other. It's probably why they're getting hot too. This is by no means how I want to fix it, but it's gonna be a good fix, or an easy fix right now. Thanks, man. So there we go. Now they can touch and I don't have to worry. All right, so here's how I'm pretty much gonna figure this out. This is obviously gonna be my power. So I'm gonna cut right here, take this piece of wire, I'm gonna keep that, strip this guy out. So we got this fuse adapter. So with constant power like this stuff, it's best to use a fuse, because if something happens and it blows, you're not blowing your shit up. You're fucking just blowing a fuse, and then you just replace the fuse, and then boom, you got power again. Super simple, super easy. This is a thicker gauged wire though, so that's gonna be a problem kinda, but it's alright. So we'll probably use these yellow ones. I don't really understand wiring. Reed tells me I'm not bad at it. I know kind of what I'm doing, but I really don't understand wiring like at all. All I know is that you need a power and a ground to make shit work. And that's exactly what we are doing here. So I could probably cut a little bit off of this wire right here, probably make it about that long, and save some wire in case I need it to extend at all. We'll cut about that much, not too much, actually we'll cut about there. We'll use that guy. I don't know if I'm showing it on camera at all, but I do this where I just kind of pinch down where I'm going to pull it off at, and then it should just come right off. Oh yeah, you can get off with your fingernails. Just a little bit, not much, don't need a whole lot. I'm probably cut a little bit too much on this side right here, but no biggie. And then we'll take the guy, we'll shove him in here. Like I said, it's a big ass connector going to a small ass. I don't know if this is gonna work very well. Like I said, this is where I don't understand wiring, and I don't know if I'm using like the correct gauge or what's going on. I'm just using what there was. There wasn't a different size gauge for the fuse, so that I don't know about. So red is gonna be red, obviously. Done this a couple times, like the Subaru I had to be wired like this in the fuel pump. Oh my god, that was cool. No, I need that. That was my only one. That was my last one of the box. Ooh, found it. I don't know if you guys have been watching the channel since I've had the red Subaru, but if you have, the red Subaru, the fuel pump was like this. Alright, so my camera actually just died while I was doing the last part, but it was literally, I was just putting a butt connector on this guy. So now it's set up. Now it looks good. They're not touching. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to tuck it. I'm going to make it look better. I'm probably going to, I don't know. I'm going to clean it up. But it's connected. Currently, the switch is on the off position. We'll go take a look at the headlights. And so yeah, they're off. Let me walk back. I'll go turn them on and see if they work. I got the fuse in there. I just put a 20 amp. And they work. Look at that. Cool. So now we got regular, regulated power. They're not getting hot. It feels good. It's not just a straight. Yeah, it's just not straight. So we're good. Lovely. Perfect. So we're set. I'm gonna turn that off so I don't kill my battery. And so I guess the last thing is this. I'm still gonna let it dry. I'm gonna probably bring it down now. The JB Weld I bought was like the fast stuff, so it's not as strong as like the normal stuff, but I need it to be quick. I got some window sealant, put it on, and I think that's it. Do an oil change and stuff like that, and I'm done for the day on this car, at least that I can be. So yeah, I'm gonna go figure out where I'm gonna hide that and put that, clean up and whatnot, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, one last thing before we go is if you guys made it this far in the video, check it. So I'm looking for comments on color on this car. So I'm gonna do a spray painting party. I'm gonna invite people over, come, and we're gonna spray paint the Bronco. I want you guys that follow me on YouTube to comment below what color you guys think, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna have a story later this week with a poll, and you guys write your answers, whatnot, and pretty much whatever we get the most of, that's what we're gonna paint it. Keep it within reason. No dicks on my car, please, but like, you know, keep it creative. So it's gonna be spray paint, so whatever I can get in a can, that's what we're gonna do. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video, which I hope is gonna be the 240 in the garage. I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you guys know. And if you guys see my camera for sale, yeah, it might happen, it might not, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I will see you guys all in a future video. Okay, bye.